Hello, welcome to the Diary of a Dog Walker. We're just on our highest point in Buckinghamshire in the UK here, looking down on the reservoir. Just thought we'd make a nice little scene to share. Ted's in the background, he's not happy because we've stopped walking to take some pictures. I'd get him in shot, but because we're on a high zoom here, it looked like a smudge. Are you going to keep talking while I'm taking pictures? You got anything to say, Ted? Anything? He'll stop talking when I stop talking. So looking down on this reservoir here from a high point, we're probably about 200 metres up, and that's a guesstimate. You can see the reservoir path down there. So have a look down that way. So you can sort of see the scenery from where we are here. We can go right in to the English countryside, right across the landscape. Try and get the focuser a bit more. So it's a bit overcast, which means you get a sort of misty effect on the further you zoom across. So that's probably about 10 miles that way. Let's try and zoom in a bit so you see what I mean. You get a fog-like. What we need is a bit of blue sky and sunshine. Go back to the lake, it's a bit more interesting. Where is it? Down there. There we go. So let's see if anyone's fishing. Zoom out just so we don't get that chap too much. But we're looking down, we're probably about 2 miles away from that reservoir. Just shows how clever this kit is. So we sort of focus within a sort of, when it's a bit like this, sort of focus within 2 or 3 miles. We've got anything up to about, I don't know, 200 zoom if you want. You could probably go 20 miles on a clear day, easy, from a high point. Hi to chatty viewer there. So this is English countryside in the United Kingdom. Come here. Just got to keep an eye on the dog. He's running around somewhere having fun. Thank you all for joining. It's a wonderful view here. Hopefully the sun breaks through and that will transform the visibility. Just try and give you an idea. We'll try and zoom out again. You know, that is a 10-mile hill line over there. Say that's probably Oxfordshire in that direction. Edge of Buckinghamshire over there. I'm not sure what that ridge is. Try and get a bit closer. But we're here in the Chiltern Hills. So what you find with this, if you're in closer, you've got to keep adjusting your focuser. So if you're looking at wildlife or whatever, so that's 50 metres away, constantly changing the focus. But this sort of kit is more designed for far away than short, so you'll see the background blur, and then you change the focuser and see it switch the other way. So the short ground or short imagery will blur, and then the black background will become clearer. You can get all sorts of fancy cameras that do this automatically, but it does sometimes stop manual creative thinking, as in the camera takes away things that you would spot doing it manually. So I prefer not to use automatic focusers and balancers. We try and keep it as natural as possible. But this is why we go on the walks, to see nice views, get fresh air, forget about all the rubbish we all put up with in life, all the stress, the artificial stuff. And see what's real in the wildlife. And what we find on these walks is you're never stressed on a walk. You'll find the opposite. You're a lot more relaxed because you're in your sort of natural environment, nature. So we won't do a long video here, but we are at a very good vantage point. So thank you for tuning in and sticking with us. So on a really sunny day, this view would be spectacular. We could almost see as far away as about 20-25 miles, so we could almost see Oxford from here. What you'll find with the UK landscape is in the inner cities, very built up concrete jungles, but amazing countryside, green. As I say, green and pleasant lands, that's exactly what they mean. It is beautiful. Try and share some of it with you before they build on it. But you can see with a lot of the landscapes in this Buckinghamshire, there's a lot of building work, a lot of new railways, a lot of infrastructure projects which are kind of scarring the Chiltern Hills a little bit. But there's still a bit of green. But say it is overcast, so you get that sort of foggy look. So anyway, we'll wrap this up. Thank you for watching the Diary of a Dog Walker. If you like this sort of stuff, we'll bring more of it for you. We just have to get out on a couple of our treks to get to these high points and share the scenery. But thank you for watching the Diary of a Dog Walker, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you for watching.